so I have my lye cooled down to about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It took about an hour, and I heated up my oils in the microwave, so they're about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I like to have the oil and the lye to be within about 10 degrees of each other. So now we're going to mix the two together to make soap. So I will very carefully pour the lye solution into my oils. And the process of making soap is called saponification. Now, all that really is I'm mixing an acid, which are my fatty acids, the oils, with a base, and that would be the lye solution. And it's just a chemical reaction between the two that results in essentially glycerin and soap. So I'll use my stick blender. We'll kind of stir this together a little bit. And it heats up pretty quickly in the process. So kind of the reaction between the two creates its own heat. I'm going to mix this together. And you can see it's starting to look a little more soapy as the two mix together. Now in commercial soap manufacturing, you know, they end up with the same result. A lot of it's made with tallow, which is just animal fat. But in commercially processed soap, they'll remove the glycerin and sell it as a byproduct. They'll sell it to the cosmetic industry, and they'll replace it with essentially detergent. So when you buy commercially processed soap, you're just washing yourself with the same thing you wash your dishes with or wash your laundry with. So handmade soap is definitely a lot better for your skin. It has all of the natural glycerin in it. Nice and mixed up. Now I'll add my essential oils, which I measured earlier. And I'll just stir those in. Mix up a little bit. Remember earlier I mixed together I made my green colorant and my yellow colorant. So I'm going to do a technique called in the pot swirling. It's one of my favorite techniques to use. So in order to do that, I'll pour a little bit of the soap into the green. And we'll pour a little bit into the yellow colorant. And we'll stir these up real quick. Like I said, I don't know how yellow my yellow will be, but I'll give it a try. So I will start by pouring my yellow in. It's a little bit thick on me. And my green. Okay, and then I'm just going to swirl these two together. Like so. Okay, and now I have my soap mold, so I'll start at one end. We'll pour this in and work it in down to the other end. It got a little thick on me in between turning the camera on and off, but that's alright. It's not too bad. Okay. Shake that down a little bit, get rid of any trapped air. Alright, so we'll take some of my leftover soap. I hung on to a little bit so I could do a little swirl pattern on the top, which I like to do. It's always kind of a surprise once I unmold it and cut the bars to see what it looks like on the inside. Kind of part of the fun. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. I get some little swirls on the top. Just using a little skewer to do that. Alright, there we go. And so that will sit overnight, and probably sometime tomorrow evening I'll see if I can unmold it and cut the bars. It's the next day, and I have unmolded my tea tree and lemongrass soap, and so far I think it looks very nice. I think some of the yellow showed up a little better than I thought that it would. So what I'll do now is I'm going to cut the bars by hand, and I will see how it looks on the inside. So I've got 8 nice bars of tea tree and lemongrass soap. They are cut and ready to go onto the curing rack, which is just another fancy term for a shelf in my closet. And they will need to cure for about 3 to 4 weeks. What happens during the curing process is the water evaporates from the soap, so the soap is harder, so it'll last longer, and it becomes more glycerin dense, so it'll have more glycerin in it. So that's why I like to let my soaps cure for about 3 to 4 weeks. And there you go.